guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with my girl, you know,
Hi,
one of my main ones, Tsunami.
My hair looks crazy right now, but we're getting it done.
Yeah, we're getting it done. So we're just gonna do her hair and then talk about different topics, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, so like I was saying, so recently there's this guy, he's like 31, and like we're having a discussion about rape and sexual assault. And the man was basically saying that girls shouldn't go to a guy's house at late night. Like his example was like 2 a.m. Girls shouldn't go to a guy's house late night, especially if that's not their boyfriend, because then it warrants a guy to like rape them. And I'm like, that
What?
yeah. He's like, if you go to a guy's house late night and you get 31
year old,
and he has a daughter.
And he has a daughter?
Yeah.
Oh,
and he said that if you go to a guy's house late night and get raped or sexually assaulted, that's basically your own because you decide to go there late night. And I said, so since when does rape have a time?
Exactly.
There's girls who get raped at 5 p.m. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Early morning. It doesn't matter what fucking time. Like, rape is rape, and at the end of the day, a man shouldn't touch a woman, period, if she doesn't want to be touched. Without her consent. I don't get it. And the fact that he said that girls shouldn't go to a guy's house, if that's not the girl's boyfriend, I said, okay, listen, have you not invited girls to your house that aren't your girlfriends? He said, yeah. So I said, okay.
Did you rape them? Did he rape them?
Exactly. He said no.
So then why do you have that mentality if you're not doing that?
I don't get it.
That's really
basically saying girls are opening themselves up to getting raped or sexually assaulted because they're going to guys' houses that aren't their boyfriends. Okay, why can't I go to a guy's house just to chill?
Honestly, personally, I think this needs to be like a subject in school from like grade 4. They should start teaching kids
about consent.
Yeah, like on Fully Alive, right? That class.
That class was useless.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, it was useless to a point, but not really useless. But stuff like this should be taught in that class. Yeah. Because that class is basically knowing the body, different parts of the body, what to expect and stuff. And it should tie with it. They should add consent into it to teach them from when they're young. Because I feel like if it's implemented in everyone's head from when they're young, then they know that like, okay, this is something serious. We do need consent. Because consent, sad truth is just start being like a topic coming up in like the past like 5 years or so. That's when it's become like really serious. So for like men now who are like this man, he's like in his 30s already. It's like you're trying to teach an old dog a new trick. It's gonna take forever. Doesn't give it like the right to say, okay, I understand where you're coming from. No. It's not. But at the same time, if they teach them from younger, it will help. Because literally talking to him was like talking to a brick wall. Like he's not getting it. Because you're trying to teach a old dog a new trick. It's just like, no, because his belief and what he knows to be norm has been implemented in his head, and now he's like, this is what I know. This is what I'm gonna stick to. No. Complete trash. Wow. Complete trash. That is so sad. And like I hate the fact that they're blaming women and not blaming the men at this day and age. Oh my gosh. You know, like men should have self-control. It doesn't matter what a woman wears or what time she goes to your house. Exactly. Again, this goes back to like what they see growing up in their like their family and stuff and all that, like people they hang out with, what they think it's like right, even though it's not right. I know. But then one guy was like, woman, how stupid can you be? Going to a guy's house late night, what do you expect? Like what do you think? It means that if a guy's inviting you to their house late night, it means obviously that he wants to have sex. No, not necessarily. Okay, like, it's a different thing if you're talking to the guy, if you guys are talking, and if you guys already have that mutual understanding that, okay, you're coming over, something's gonna happen. Like, if the girl is okay with it, the guy's okay with it. Not if a girl's just going to, like, say, oh, she's just going to chill, to, like, smoke or to drink and stuff, but she doesn't want you to touch her, she doesn't want any sexual thing to happen, you shouldn't get angry. Because what the hell? If you want to have sex so badly, there are prostitutes and stuff you can go pay for and go do that. Like, no, it's true though, because they make it seem like they're so entitled to a female's body. Like, no, you're not entitled to no female's body.
That's the thing. What I don't understand is when a girl gets to the guy's house and the guy wants to have sex and the girl says no, they get so upset. Why?
Like, even now that I'm married and stuff, like, it's still a mutual understanding. Like, there's still consent from both ends. It's not one person doing one thing and the other person. No, it's still a mutual understanding. Like, and you're never married to this person. You guys are not dating or nothing, and you feel like you're entitled. What?
I just never got it.
You feel like you're entitled?
Like, why are you upset? That means you don't get girls. Like, why are you upset? She doesn't want to have sex. Why are you upset?
It's really sad. Honestly, men, if you're watching this, boys, like, you guys need to okay, let me clarify this. I'm not saying all men are like this, all boys are like this. No, I know there's some good eggs out there, but it just sucks because the bad one is spoiling it for the rest of you. So those good ones out there, you need to teach your friends, you need to teach whoever's in your family member that are the bad eggs to know that consent is consent. If a woman doesn't want to do anything, don't force it on her, and don't start talking shit about her because she doesn't want to do anything.
Exactly.
And it goes both ways too. Females too, I feel. Females too, sometimes. Like, if a guy says no and doesn't want anything, you females still need to understand no is no. You can't say, oh, why not, blah, 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 blah. No, it goes both ways for everything. I feel like for everything, it goes both ways. It's just that for men, it's just more common. Again, sadly, it's just more common for some men, not all men. Let me put that out there. So yeah, so we gotta learn, man. We gotta change. Like, this is 2020. This is 2020. We have to do better. Everyone has a part to play in this, and everyone has to do better because they're bystanders who just because you are not a rapist or you don't, like, you're not gonna do stuff like that, but if you are condoling it, if you are agreeing with what they're doing and trying to put the blame on the female or whoever it is in that situation, technically you're a rapist too, because you are agreeing with what they're doing. Just because you don't do it doesn't mean, and you're agreeing with it, you're one of them. And that needs to change, because that's being bystander. That's when someone is being bullied and someone is standing there and they're not doing anything to address that situation. Now you're not part of the person that's being that's bullying the other person.
Yeah, and I feel like guys are so naive. They think that their friends, like, no one in their circle has done that. No, but little do they know.
No, little statistic. I think it's, what is it? Don't quote me, but statistic wise, I believe it's like 1 in 10 guys is, and that's a lot. 1 in 10. That's a lot. Yeah. Like, it shouldn't be 1 in anything. Yeah. It should be 0 in everything.
Yeah, it's very, very scary. Like, that whole topic was so big on social media, and I was floored with how many guys had that mentality, and a lot of them had daughters. And I'm like, how are you raising your daughters if this is your mentality? Because what if your daughter comes to you one day and says, oh, daddy, he touched me in an inappropriate way? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, like, no father wants to hear that.
Right? Are you gonna tell your daughter, well, you shouldn't have gone to the guy's house?
Like,
like, what? What are you gonna tell your kid? It was your fault.
Yeah. Like, I feel like sometimes people don't put themselves in that situation. They're just speaking just like, just to speak. Like, imagine someone you care about, someone you love in a situation like that. How would you feel? Will you be happy? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's crazy. Finding a guy in 2020, girls, is very hard. But I feel like you need to ask these questions if you're talking to a man so that you can cancel him.
Oh, no, it's true.
Early. Yeah. You have to have these hard conversations in the beginning. Because, God forbid, you're like, 3 years into the relationship and shit, and then you start to have these big conversations and you just finally see he's really disgusting. What are you going to do? What are you gonna do?
Gotta start all over.
Gotta start all over.
Gotta start all over, boo boo.
No. Like,
you can't settle for stuff like that.
No. Like, and I remember a guy was like, oh, how can you rape your wife? And I'm like,
you can. If she's telling you no is no. Okay, don't get me wrong. There's a difference with, like, the no that you guys are playing. Like, as a married woman, right? So I'm saying, like, you guys are playing and you're like, oh, stop it. Like, no, don't touch me. That's different from when they're straight on telling you, no, I don't want this. No, I'm I don't want to have sex right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want you to touch me right now.
Mm-hmm.
That is serious. You know when your wife is serious. You know when your partner is serious. When you're in a relationship with someone, you know when you're serious. You know when you're joking. So you can't tell me that you cannot rape your wife, or it goes the other way too.
Yeah, you can't rape
or a wife raping the husband. It happens. Like if someone tell you that no, they're not in the mood for something, and simply no, they're not in the mood for something. You can't force them. It doesn't matter if you're married. And I want to know, like, African guys in this pack, they'll be like, but I paid for her. I paid for, and so what?
Oh my God.
So what? She's not your property. You guys are equal in the relationship.
Oh my God.
The paying for it, that's traditional stuff. That's just symbolized things. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they actually own you.
Do you really think if a parent is going to give you money to pay for their child, do you think you're going to be able to afford it? If they actually say, okay, this is what my child is worth, pay this. Do you think you're going to be able to afford it? You guys are freaking paying like 2 cents, 3 cents. Literally, that's what it is. It's not a big money. It's because it's just all for symbolized stuff. You're paying 2 cents, 3 cents, and then you're gonna open your mouth and say, "Oh, I paid for her." No. Stop it right there. Stop it. Nah, man. Honestly, Senam, don't worry, the right guy's coming. I thank God that my husband is.
Yeah.
God, thank you.
That your husband has
Thank you
sense.
for my man. Thank you. Yeah. No, because like now let's get into a relationship. I was really trying not to get into the whole relationship talk, but like I feel like everything just ties at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You also have to get into relationship talk. Cause like on Twitter too, like lately I see that people are saying, "Oh, I don't want to settle down," or "Oh, I'll never find the right one," or "Oh, all men are scumbag," or even guys saying, "Oh, or women nowadays are whores. None of them are serious," and blah 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 blah. And then it's like, but what type of people have you been talking to though? Or what type of people have you been dating? Yeah. Because from the get-go, if you have your list of standards of what you want, and you make sure anyone, before you start talking to them, you look at that list and you see how that person is. And okay, when I'm saying list, I'm not saying things that are like unrealistic. We have to be realistic now. So now I'm pretty sure you have your like a potential of what you want in a guy. Yeah. And doesn't mean like they necessarily have to have everything all at once. Yeah. But as far as they have like some of those quality that you know you can handle, then you'd be like, okay, let's see where this is going.
Exactly.
Like now I just feel like most people, they're just like, they see somebody, guys and females go for looks.
Yeah, they're not dating with intent. No one's dating it with intent anymore. And it's all lust. It's all sexuality.
Exactly. And then you wonder why it's not lasting.
Exactly. No one's dating for intent. Oh, she looks good. She resembles an Instagram model. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Instagram model. Do you know what those Instagram models they did? Do you know what work they got done?
It's so like everything's so superficial. Oh, it's disgusting. Like, you guys, relax. Date with intent. It's not all about looks at the end of the day. Looks is not raising your children, okay? Looks is not like if you're going through something, if you're going through turmoil, looks is not going to have these people, helping support you at the end of the day. Like, who cares about looks? Like, I get it to some extent. Looks do matter, but it's not everything.
It's not everything. It shouldn't be your number one priority or your number one thing. Oh, my wife has to look like this, have the big ass, big boobs, slim waist, like
she's not gonna look like that forever.
Not even that. Realistically, our body's not even supposed to look all like that. Don't get me wrong, there are some few people who naturally look like that got blessed like that, but most of the world population,
they got work done. Because they're trying to fit into society's view of what beauty is.
The Kardashian that you guys are saying, oh, my wife has to look like a baddie like that. Everyone knows they got work done. And I'm pretty sure there's always those odd pictures of them that you see when their body just look like so like unproportionate, and you're just like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's what you guys want, right? That's what you guys want.
Because that type of shit is hard to maintain.
Yeah, it really is.
They have to keep getting injections. They have to keep, spending money just to
and they have to eat a certain type of way too.
Yep. It's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. People just. You know what? Y'all need to watch Mike Todd, okay? Go on YouTube.
Is that pastor, right?
That amazing pastor. Yeah. I love him.
Yeah.
He talks about relationships, okay, and he talks about the demons of society. Y'all need to go on YouTube and type in Mike Todd. His sermons about relationships, relationship goals. Oh my God, he's amazing. You'll start to cry because he talks about real shit.
It's gonna hit home, huh?
He talks about it. Talks about, like, you know, like what the Bible has to say about sex and, you know, sex before marriage and how that is really, really important. And all these other things, you know? People get into relationships, but, like, they're not relationship material themselves. Exactly. Work on yourself before you go looking for, you know, somebody to be in a relationship with. You're not even all together. So
that's true.
If you're not all together, how the fuck do you think you can go and help someone else and, you know, be one with someone else?
Yeah, like a friend of mine, right? Like my video I posted like a couple of days back about a relationship. Mm-hmm. She watched it and then she messaged me this morning. She was like, honestly, after watching my video, that like she was crying because it just made her realize that herself, she's not healed. Mm-hmm. And she's been getting into all this relationship thinking that there's stuff wrong with the guys that she's been in a relationship with, but honestly it's really her because fully in herself she's not healed and she needs to heal before she start like finding who to date and who to settle down with. And then I just told her, I'm like, honestly, at least the first step of healing is acknowledging the fact that you know that you're not healed and you know that you need to find ways to heal yourself. So I heard that. I'm like, you're in the right path right now. I'm like, by the grace of God, everything will be okay. You will be fine. You just have to take it one day at a time. Yeah.
And some people just get into relationships because they don't know how to be single. They're scared to be with themselves. So they're scared to be by themselves because they know they're demons. That's true. They're scared.
And so then they're going to put their burden on this next people, whoever they're always with, transferring it from one person. To another. And that's a form of demon, and that people don't understand. Yeah. When someone is bringing their problem, their burden, and putting it on you, that's a demon in them that's being transferred into you. And now you're going to carry that, and God forbid, you don't know who you're going to be with next. And then you're going to take that and go pass it on. And then now it becomes a cycle, because now it's just being passed around, because the issue is not being addressed. And the issue could go like from like when you're younger or something. Like you never really know. Like honestly, you never know. Like a friend of mine, Patricia, she like did like a mini book thing. I'm trying to look for the name. It's actually free. You can get it on those e-talk book thing. Oh shoot, let me look for the name. It's just basically her talking about how she was hurting for so long. And then there's just so much trauma from when she was a child and everything, and how she had to heal from it. Because sometimes things might happen to us when we're younger and we push that away, but inside of us we're still fighting with it, but we're not even aware until we actually really re-examine ourselves before we realize that, oh shoot, this is actually going on in me. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay, so the book is called, I don't know if anyone is interested and wants to read it. It's called Unburden Your Soul, and it's by Patricia Dada.
Oh, my Patricia?
Yeah, Patricia, yeah. You should read it. Like, it's actually really good, and it's like, it's literally $0 to read. Like on Kindle Unlimited is $0 to read. Okay. And I feel like that book is actually gonna be really good. Like if you need to.
Patricia!
Yeah, I know.
My girl, you wrote a book?
Yeah, she did. I was so proud of doing it.
Oh my God, Patricia! I'm gonna read it.
No, because you just have to use your life experience. So like, it's sad because your trauma sometimes, it's a trauma. It's not something good, right? It hurt you. But at the same time, you can use that trauma to help other people. You can use that trauma to heal other people. At the same time, it's like, I know some people will say, oh, like non-Christian will say, oh, why will God make you go through that if he's supposed to protect you and stuff? But he always put you in a situation that you know that you will always come out in stronger. They might not be like good situation, but at the same time we need to understand that like this world we're living in right now, the devil is in charge. So he is going to do a lot of things to break us down, to frustrate us. But as children of God, he's always going to find a way for us to come out of it, to make us better and use that experience, whatever it is, to help people.
Look at Wumi preaching, guys.
Well, I didn't mean to preach, but it's the truth. No, it's the truth, though.
No, it's facts, though, honestly and truly. Y'all just focus on yourselves. The men will be there. The women will be there.
Exactly, and there's no rush. There's no competition.
Rush. What's the point in getting married and having a divorce a year later?
Exactly. And I feel like and I feel like because the age we are in too, especially because some of us, few of us are getting married, are having kids and stuff. And I feel like other people feel like they're left out. Yeah, they're pressured and they're willing to settle. You should never settle. Whoever you're married, that's the person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. There's not supposed to be a divorce. The only time really someone's supposed to divorce is if one or the other person cheat. That is when but you're not supposed to divorce just because you're having a disagreement, or because I can't stand this person no more, or this is not the person I thought I married. Well, maybe if you spend a little bit more time with them before jumping into that is the person that you married. Like there's really no rush. There really isn't no rush. Take your time. The right person will eventually come, and when the right person comes, you will know it. You will know it because everything is just gonna feel right. You're just gonna be like, oh damn. Yeah. And then there won't be no such thing as, oh my gosh, we're moving fast. Because you're just gonna know that this is the person for me. And everything is just gonna click and everything is just gonna happen. Yeah.
And to find that perfect guy or girl or like your ideal person, you gotta stop putting one foot out and one foot in. You know what I mean? Like you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Exactly. If you want to follow God and His teachings, you can't be I'm gonna stop doing one thing and then continue to do the other. No. You have to cease everything.
Relationship is 100% from both ends. It's not even 50-50 because I don't feel like that 50-50 analogy is not even right. It should be 100 from both parties. 100 from the female, 100 from the male, or whoever likes whatever sexuality you are, or relationship people you date. But yeah, it should always be 100 from both sides. Because when that percent start dropping down, that's when issues start happening. That's when problems start happening. That's why you start looking for every little thing to fight about, to complain about. Like, don't get me wrong, relationship, you will fight, you will argue. Trust me and my husband, you will. But at the end of the day, you already know why you guys are together. You know you're already together in this to the end. And you always find a way to work it out because you know your intention is not to go anywhere. I feel like when you already have the intention of, I'm leaving, this is not gonna work, that's when you're not willing to work it out. That's when you're gonna be like, no, I'm not doing this no more. No. Your head is just gonna say no to everything.
Yeah, I feel like people need to just look into all their past relationships and wonder why every time you get into one, it's not working out. Stop blaming the other person. Focus on yourself. Look at yourself. You know what I mean? It's okay to say, I'm not perfect. Like, come on.
No one is perfect, though. That's the thing. No one is perfect in this world. There's no such thing as perfect. Perfect came with society. Society is the one who made perfect. Okay, wait, God is perfect. Well, then again, God is not like human being like you and I. Like, as human beings, no one is perfect. Yeah. Even the president's not perfect. The prime minister is not perfect.
We know. So now, we know.
Our prime minister is not perfect. Our mayor is not perfect. Definitely not perfect. Crazy. Do you hear the people upstairs? They're so annoying.
What are they doing?
I just want to punch them sometimes. But they're kids, so I can't even punch them. I know.
Can you hear them speak from upstairs?
No, just when they're stomping. Like, they're so loud.
Don't kill me. Oh my God, did you see what was happening on Twitter with the Niger versus Jamaicans?
The music clash
with Wizkid?
Yeah, and I didn't know what was going on. I was confused. I was seeing it, but I wasn't really sure like what they were talking about.
All I have to say with that is, oh my God, Jamaican people and African people, can you guys stop fighting with each other? We're all black.
I was just about to say that.
We're all black.
All their race see us as one black people. They don't care if we're from the islands, if we're from Africa. They really don't care. They just see our skin color. They're like, oh, you're black. That's all they care about.
That shit annoys the fuck out of me. It's like, why can't we be united?
I don't even say anything in regards to that no more because it's like it's not worth it. Like,
it's not worth it. You see the Caribbean people ripping Africans, saying, "Oh, that's why your country is poor and all."
But their country's not all that too either.
I've been to Jamaica before, guys, so I've seen it. I'm not saying that it's not beautiful, but just like in every country, there's poverty there.
Even in Canada, right here that we live in, there's some places
I've actually been there. I've walked on Jamaican soil. Relax, like. God damn, like, stop getting at people for being poor. Like, that's everywhere. That's everywhere.
I'm pretty sure they
stop using it as a diss, honey. You look stupid.
Oh, like, really? That's what they were doing? They
were using it as a diss. It's just music. Vybz Kartel and Wizkid are both amazing, okay?
Oh, yeah, I love both of them.
I love both of them. Bruh.
That's why situations like that, I don't even say anything because I just feel like there's no point. Like, everyone's always going to have their opinion. Everyone's going to say what they want to say. Everyone has free will. So, like, there's no point to even, like, say something to them. It's just not worth it. Honestly.
Oh,
because I just saw so many tweets last night.
It was like, a big thing.
I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, please, what's going on?
It was even trending. It was even trending
really?
on Twitter. Like,
wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. The people you guys are like fighting over, they're probably like in their house enjoying themselves. Knowing Wizkid is probably like
Vybz is in jail.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm pretty sure he would love to work with such artists.
Of course.
So I
won't be surprised if he comes out, him and Wizkid, they release a track.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, baby.
That makes sense.
Okay, baby. Okay, love you. You're done at 6 today, right? You're done at 6 today? Okay. Okay. Bye. Love you. He said bye.
Bye. Isn't that cute? He calls to check on his wife.
He doesn't have a choice. I'm just joking. He does. He does. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in.